Hey guys, me and Dave. It's 10/21/2023. So I thought I'd do a video, do a little update, tell you what's going on. Like I said before, I do get breaks in between the torture. I haven't got hit since Tuesday. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday last week. Or no, it was this week. Or well, whatever, this week. So I haven't got hit. I'm expecting to get hit. I did get hit tonight a little bit. They didn't make me throw up, but they were giving me cramps. Cramps so bad you can't take it. I mean, I was ready to call for help. I was ready to go to the hospital. I mean, they were giving me such bad cramps that I was unable to take it, and I was in pain. I was in real pain. They did that a few times, um, and it's painful, you guys. It's painful. This guy is out of control. He's out of control. They go through these guys so fast, you guys, that um, that they just none of the other guys have ever tortured me like this. I've never been tortured this bad before. We're going on 17 months of this, a year and a half, whatever. 17 months of this, and I've never been tortured like this before. But they're giving me super bad cramps. For I mean, it only lasted a few minutes here and there. They did it like three or four times, and that's what they did. And they put me in pain. I mean, I was in pain. I was holding my stomach, bending over, almost dropping down to the ground because I was in so much pain. So I can't keep on doing this, you guys. I mean, they're gonna force me to go to the hospital. What can they do? They can't do anything, but he'll stop. Until the next time. I don't know what to do. How do we get this guy to stop? I contacted everyone. Nobody steps in. Nobody's stepping in, and I'm being tortured to hell. I do get breaks, but I get tortured to hell when I get tortured. It's bad where you can't take it. And stuff. So they're just crazy. This guy's crazy. He's crazy. He's either smoking meth and doesn't care about anything, or he's really this violent and criminally insane. I mean, the guy's insane. I don't see how anybody can be this violent. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He can't give you the day off. He has to do something every day. He has to do something every day where he hurts you. He hurts you every day. He can't give you the day off. He'll give you most of the day off, but around 6 o'clock, he gets done at 7. So he'll start torturing you at 6 o'clock until he goes home at 7. So the guy can't control himself. He's just crazy. I mean, I've never had anybody like this. I've been in the program 9 years, and I've never had anybody like this in my program before. I hope he goes away here pretty soon. I was praying, I was praying today, that this guy goes away, and hopefully he won't be here tomorrow. They can make me throw up tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. It's coming one of these days, I'm sure. But sometimes there's a lot of people around when they hit me hard. Sometimes there's not anybody around. Sometimes if I'm being hit, there'll be a cop by the house. There'll be a cop by the house saying kind of like, yeah, we know what's going on, type of thing. But they won't stop him. I don't know why. So they kind of give me little signals. Like, yeah, we know you're being hit hard, and stuff like that. They'll have a cop parking in front of the house or something like that, or in the back of the house, and sit there, and because I don't know what to do. I mean, you contact people. You call the police. You go to the hospital. It's horrible. It's horrible torture. Okay, so I'll tell you a little something that they're doing. What they're doing now is, um, I have there's a few people, regular people, some van life people and stuff like that I watch online. Um, what they're doing now is that they're contacting these people. They're contacting these people, and when they do a video, they're talking about my life. It sounds kind of paranoid, but they are, and they will do that. Um, I mean, they flew a fake TI out to a TI event, and she went on camera, and she was from my city, and she was a fake TI. They flew her out there to California, or wherever it was, Oregon, or wherever it was, and they had her go on video and say a part of my life. So they will go through all that trouble. They will spend all that money. So what they're doing now is they're getting a hold of these YouTubers that I watch, and they're talking. They're saying well, they're talking about being grubby, and you don't brush your teeth every day, and and stuff like that. And I have to say, I have let myself go a little bit because I've been tortured so much. When you're throwing up all day, when they make you throw up all day, you're kind of in bed for a few days. I mean, you're so exhausted from throwing up, from anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. You're just exhausted. Well, they're getting a hold of these people, and they're telling them lies about me. They're telling them lies about me, and they're mentioning that because they know I watch their videos, and it sounds ridiculous, but really they really are doing this. They really are doing this, um, and stuff, and so they're getting a hold of these YouTubers and paying them, and they make a video, and they talk about certain things about my life, and stuff. They're like, "Oh, okay, that's enough of that," and all this stuff. So they are getting a hold of some of these YouTube people, and they're telling them I'm grubby, and like I didn't shave today, and stuff, but stuff like that. So they're just that's what they're talking about. They'll spend a minute or two talking about that. So it sounds ridiculous, but they really will do that. They really will do that. They were when I was searching for a car, they were getting hold of a car lot. They were getting a hold of the car lot, and they were telling them, not to help me, don't approve him, and all this stuff. And I had to contact somebody about that, and they did put a stop to that. They did put a stop to that, and I was able to get my truck. They even put a warranty on my truck. Not the perps. One of these agencies. They checked out my truck, and they had the dealership involved in validating the technology, and they even put a warranty on my truck. I still have the warranty. It's good until May. It's a 3-year warranty, and it covered the motor, the tranny, and the transfer case and stuff. And it cost me $1,000, but they even had a warranty put on my truck when I went to buy my truck. I didn't get hit at all when I went to go get my truck. My truck was 2 hours away. I had to go pick it up, and but the workers were involved. They were involved in validating and stuff like that. But so sometimes I contact people, and sometimes they help me, sometimes they don't. I'm surprised they haven't stepped in yet. I'm really surprised they haven't stepped in yet. I'm kind of wondering if they did step in this last time, because um, they were making my stomach upset for about 4 hours, but they only made me throw up for an hour, and then they stopped. And there were some people, because I there's perps in the neighborhood, so sometimes people go to these houses and stuff, and there were some cars out there I didn't recognize. So I thought, well, is somebody, because sometimes your neighbors will monitor you. They'll monitor you throughout the night. They will, you're being monitored by the, by the neighbors. I mean, it sounds weird, but they do monitor you. There's probably cameras in my house and everything else. So they're watching you. The torturers are watching you, but your neighbors also help you or help out, and they monitor you too, and stuff. So um, there were some cars out there when I was getting hit hard, and but they only made me throw up a few times, and then they stopped. So it makes me think that maybe somebody told them to stop. We'll have to wait and see what happens next week. I'll let you guys know on Tuesday or Monday or Wednesday if I'm throwing up and sick as a dog. Um, I am starting to talk about this. I know people say don't talk about this, don't talk about this, and I think we do need people to talk about this. I think we shouldn't suffer in silence. Um, the last time I went to the ER, I did mention this to the nurse, and he's like, or it could be aliens. They're all scripted on what to say. My perps get voice of skull and all this stuff, so they're always at the hospital when I go there, and everyone knows, oh, the TI is coming to the hospital and all that stuff. So um, they do get, not everyone's a perp. I'm not saying everyone's a perp. I'm saying the people you come in contact with are perps. And they will get the doctors involved and nurses involved, and that's what they do. They if you hear, like Romulo D says, and Kyle and Brian too, it's medical pro. They will get them involved, and that's what they do. If people don't want to believe that, they're probably a perp. But so so they will get everyone involved, who you come in contact with, and stuff like that. So, I was gonna say something else and I forgot. But that's what's going on with me, you guys. I'm sitting here having a drink, chilling out, watching YouTube videos. Listening. I'm on Derek's call too. Listen to Derek and all the perps on there and all that stuff, and stuff. Oh yeah, I was gonna say we should start talking about this. I mentioned it when I went to the ER. I mentioned it when I went to the clinic. Um, I'm not protecting these guys anymore and pretending like I'm mentally ill when I'm not. If I ever get locked up again, I'm gonna tell them that I'm in a fake psych ward and this is all a big setup and I'm being tortured. And they call me delusional all they want. What are they gonna do? Send me to the state hospital and lock me up forever. What are you gonna do? And stuff. I've been locked up so many times. They don't want to lock me up anymore. I can talk about this. Some people say you shouldn't talk about this with anybody, your family or anything like that. My family is involved. They're treating me like they are treating me like I'm delusional. My sister, recently I opened up to my sister, my older sister, and I said, I'm being tortured. I'm being tortured by these contractors. They're making me throw up all the time. I'll text her, well, I'm throwing up all day long. Now she's acting like I'm mental or there's something wrong with me or that I got some infection or something like that, and um, she knows what's going on. She knows what's going on. She's controlled by these people. She's afraid of death of these people. So because she doesn't want this happening in her family, So throw me under the bus, and and stuff. But so I talk about this now. I talk about this. Even if my family pretends not to believe me, I talk about this. Now, if we had 100,000 TIs talking about this, they would have a problem instead of hiding it. If we had 100,000 TIs showing up to the hospital saying, I'm a targeted individual, I'm being hit with direct energy weapons, they would have a problem with that. So now these moderators are saying, don't talk about this, don't talk about this, don't talk about this at all. Don't talk, just talk about the symptoms and all this stuff. Well, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. I want this to come out. So I'm talking about it. Brian too talks about it when he goes to the doctor. He says he's a targeted individual, and he's being hit with these technologies and stuff. He's like, you're not gonna understand it, but I'm being hit with direct energy weapons and all this stuff. So um, we should talk about this. If you've been locked up a few times, there's a good chance they're not going to keep on locking you up. And locking you up is what, going to the psych ward. It's not a scary thing to go to the psych ward. They have good food there. It's like eating at a restaurant. They do have perps in there. You're tortured a little bit. Um, they have contractors in there, but if you go, you go. Your credibility is ruined anyway. They're every real TI I know, their credibility has been ruined. They've been locked up and stuff, but and stuff. So I'm not afraid to be locked up. I'm not afraid to be locked up. I've been locked up so many times. They sent me to a treatment center for 3 months. I was in their custody for 4.5 months, and I was tortured to hell. And so I'm not afraid. Send me to state hospital. I'm not afraid to go to the state hospital. Because I know it all has to be controlled. It's all has to be controlled. There's gonna be perps there. It all has to be controlled. You know. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna cut this off. Kind of 17 minutes. So that's what's going on with me. I hope you guys do well. Let's try to stop this. How do we stop it? Um, what's his name? Jim Jordan, the guy that was running for House Speaker that didn't get it. He is. I think he's on the church committee. And he was talking. He was on CNN yesterday or something, and saying that he gives up trying to be speaker. He's like, I want to get back to work. I want to get back to work and do some work and do some investigative work, because they got 2 years, and they want to investigate these weapons that can track everyone. If they go further into that, they could stumble across what is going on. So if we write to everyone, real TIs, or if we write to anyone, um, I think it's Jim Jordan. We might want to write to him. I was gonna see if I could write to him. They limit our access to these senators and congressmen. Some, you go to the website and they won't let you contact them if you're not from their state. They won't let you contact them. So we might want to write to him. We might want to write to Marco Rubio and tell him we need an investigation done. He knows what's going on. He talked to John Hall. He knows what's going on. It's just, I think he's afraid of the CIA. He's afraid if he doesn't have any backup. But if he could get senators involved, um, here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. The CIA is not torturing us. That's the thing. The DOD, the CIA, the FBI are not torturing us. They're not torturing us. Okay. Um, these contractors are torturing us. They're contractors. They're torturing us. Okay. Now, if this ever comes out, the CIA is going to be like, we're not torturing anyone. We're not torturing anyone. It's these contractors that are torturing them. They're going by a manual and they're torturing these people. We're not telling them what to do. And they're not. These guys are acting alone, you guys. They're acting alone. They're doing whatever the hell they want to do. They don't even follow protocol of my program. Okay, now these contractors are going to be like, we're not torturing them. We're not torturing these people. We're not torturing them. We're hiring out. We're hiring out. We're hiring operators, child molesters and drug addicts and all this stuff to do this to him, you know, and stuff. So they're going to be putting the blame on who's actually doing this and operators, and there might be a handler there telling them what to do, but these contractors are going to be like, we're not torture, we didn't torture him. No, we hired these guys to do it, and you know will they be held responsible for this crime? I don't know. But I don't know what will ever happen with this if this ever comes out. There'll probably be like a Nuremberg trial. If it's not held in the United States, if it's held in a different country or something like that, there's a possibility that these people could be hung. They could be hung. That's what happened to all those doctors in the Nuremberg trials. They got hung. They got hanged. They were hanged. And stuff. So if this comes out and there is a worldwide trial or something like that, because it is worldwide, and these people, they could be put to death, and that's the reality of this. They could be put to death or go to a real bad prison where they're going to be tortured and stuff to death, and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off. So you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later.